Oh, so now Mayor Brandon Johnson wants to discuss ways of keeping the CTA safe. I mean, didn't somebody try to do that like months ago?
Chicago is very dangerous. I'm going to send in the National Guard to go in there to keep the people of Chicago safe. But you have an incompetent governor in Jelly Belly Pritzker and the other black guy who came after the black guy before him. Lori Lightfoot, or was it Leon Lightfoot? It doesn't matter, but I tried to send in the National Guard, but they did not want our help. And then he tried to say this is a single isolated incident. And now since that single isolated incident has taken place, you see that more stabbings and shootings and murders and assaults have happened on that train. But who am I to say?
Good evening, my American and foreign brothers and sisters. Welcome to the channel. I am Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man, and I appreciate you for doing that. Make sure you guys are following the platforms you see up here, down here. Click that because it helps the channel. When you do subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification. That way you'll be notified whenever I do post. And lastly, don't forget to check out my other channel called Man, Husband, Father that is beneficial to any young man, husband, or father, no matter what your age is, all right? So, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get ready to get into this. And shout out to the family up in Chicago for sending me this. I do appreciate y'all doing this. I know y'all felt that y'all didn't want to do it because of y'all know what's going on with the family right now, but I'm just going to leave it at that. Anyway, here it is now. Mayor Brandon Johnson, all of a sudden, y'all, I mean, this is crazy that why do you want to wait till stuff happen to all of a sudden want to try to do something about it? For example, this is one of the biggest things we heard that happened before. There was a place here in Illinois that did not have railroad crossings or lights to let you know that a train is coming. And I'm not going to name it because I knew the family that this happened to and they lost a loved one, right? The town repeatedly said, y'all need to put some flashing lights right there at this crossing because people will say things, I almost lost my life. I didn't even know the train was coming. There's no lights there. There's no railroad crossing, motion arms or anything like that, animatronic. And so what did they say? Somebody is going to get hurt. The train comes through doing like 50, 55 miles per hour. And if the train conductor themselves see that there's just a road there with no lights and nothing like that, they wouldn't think to blow the horn or anything like that. So guess what ended up happening? Somebody lost their life because guess what? They were driving. The train just, and y'all, if you got your music blasting and all that stuff like that, you're not going to hear a train. If your music is blasting, they pull that horn, you're going to hear it. The person lost their lives. Guess what they did? They put flashing lights there. They put the arms there and everything now. Why now? Oh, you want to wait for somebody to die to do it. So Brandon Johnson tried to lie and act like what they were all saying, what Chicagoans were saying, what Mr. Kelly, a really good reporter, they were saying in regards to crime there. Brandon Johnson tried to, this is just an isolated incident. This is not who we are. And the only reason why they're trying to attack me, Trump is a blatant racist. He takes pages from the book of Mein Kampf, and he only wants to attack me because I'm black. But Chicago, we will fight back. We will not let this racist president who wants to come after our undocumented immigrants who are trying to get a good life. No, don't try to divert from that bull crap. It's Chicagoans that's being killed. It's Chicagoans that's being stabbed. It's your own brothers and sisters that look just like your black butt getting hurt. Oh, it's just an isolated incident. But now you got more of this coming. Look what this fool has to say.
Well, we told you in our last half hour about the man being charged in a deadly stabbing on the Blue Line over the weekend. Just the latest disturbing incident on CTA trains in recent months. Now, the mayor is sitting down to an exclusive interview with our political reporter, Chris Ty, about keeping riders safe, and that is top of mind for so many.
It really is, Marie. Now, when it comes to violence in the city, the mayor has a nice story to tell on reduction in crime. It would be the envy of any Daily or Emmanuel. But there is a problem on the rails that we have talked about and that he knows intimately, and he acknowledges it's focusing his team to do better. There's a lot of people who are scared to ride the CTA. Is that a fair position to have, to be nervous?
Well, look, those incidents certainly set us back, right, when we have those type of acts of violence.
Namely this weekend, stabbings on both the blue and red lines that have left some, even aldermen in the city, nervous to ride after dark. A contrast to the overall drop in violence the city has seen in the last year. We talked about all of it with the mayor and the 3rd Police District Commander here in the South Shore neighborhood, where they discussed with community leaders a number of topics, including safety.
There's no secret here that we've had our challenges, right? I mean, that's part of the ongoing effort to continue to drive violence down the city of Chicago and particularly on the CTA. Though we have seen decline, right, on violence on the CTA, these incidents certainly provide us with that much more motivation to ensure that there's a holistic approach.
That is a legitimate concern. When the Alderman Gardner, said what he said about maybe don't ride it at night, how does that hit your ear?
Violence, of course, continues to be a challenge on CTA, but progress has been made. There's more work to be done. No one is patting themselves on the back. And so, look, do these incidents frustrate me? Of course they do. Do they have the potential to set us back? Absolutely.
Tonight on our News at 6, more of this one-on-one with the mayor, from why he still thinks Chicago may have a shot at landing the Bears Stadium to what's next for his political future, and much more on the CTA when we see you back at 6.
Looking forward to hearing about all of it. Thank you, Chris.
You bet.
Yeah, not going to work. So, shout out to a great mentor and a father to me, Dr. Wendell Becton, who, before I got into medicine, taught me some very important fundamentals when it comes to medicine. One of the biggest things he's pushed as a expert and taught me to be one in regards to sports medicine. Preventative medicine is what he called it. Yes, I want to take care of you if or when you get hurt, but I also want to give you tools and everything to prevent you from coming to have to see me. Preventative measures. Somebody tried to put in preventative measures from folks being hurt. For example, the crimes that we're hearing about right now at the CTA. If you had the National Guard there, DHS iced them, even though the DHS and ICE them are still there doing their thing. But if you had the National Guard there, making sure that the people are safe, that where crimes happen at the most, their presence being there would have stopped this stuff from happening. Why? I don't know, because guys that show up who are trained killers would stop these low-life thugs from committing these crimes at these locations. We wouldn't be hearing about a story like this. But oh no, we need more federal funding to address mental issues because the people that are doing these things all have mental issues. Oh, they can get dealt with. Anybody that want to kill somebody and stab somebody and hurt somebody, yes, that's mental issues. It's called sin. That's exactly what it is. And the thing is, they haven't come across the right one that they want to sin against. Like the videos I showed the other day. Anyway, my point in saying all that is this. Preventative measures can be taken. If that was me being a mayor, I would encourage all my Chicagoans to work on getting your Ford card, which is stupid anyway, getting your Ford card and getting a concealed carry weapon. And I would teach you to be pretty much honed in on all your surroundings. Yes, I will teach you to profile. I don't care. Treat everybody like they're a suspect. Even if they're speaking to you being nice. Yeah, why are you speaking to me being nice? Oh, that's cool, but I'm still going to keep you under my radar. Looking forward around all your surroundings and everything like that. Should something happen, you will be prepared. Sit in the corner where it's just a seat like this and you can just see everybody else. Somebody coming standing next to you, yeah, I'm going to be just like that in case something pop off. Plain and simple. But no, you don't want to do that. Why try to take measures after the person has been stabbed, deceased, attacked? Now you want preventative. No, you don't even want preventative measures. You just want more money to come in to address it or raise awareness for these situations. Bull crap. It's not going to work, and it never will. Anyway, y'all, if you really want to know the game, they just want federal funding to bring that money in to so-called address these issues and allocate those funds elsewhere to help take care of that deficit that he's in right now. Because what do you mean you getting money to raise awareness? What the freaking heck is raising awareness going to do? Nothing. It never has done nothing, and it never will do nothing. Let me know what y'all think about this by putting in the comments below this video. Shout out to my folks up there in Chicago. Don't forget to do what you see in the animation right here to greatly help the channel. Next video after this one, up there, things as if yesterday you may have missed. Right here, if you have not subscribed, click that. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, praying every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.